afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Melly
and Shally show.
So we are already at episode 15. Can you imagine?
Yes.
I mean, it was one day deciding on putting it all together, and we're already at episode 15. Thank you to everyone that's been watching live, everybody that's been watching afterwards, and the time that is available to you, sending us comments, sending us some suggestions. For those of you that have tried the products and commented on them, we really appreciate that. And Shally, we're at the second last episode of Melly and Shally for 2020.
Sure, it's crazy to think about that. And as Mel mentioned, we are so grateful for all the spectators and everyone watching, because these are valuable tips that we give to make things as basic as possible. So that is the core of this whole drive.
So we've had a funny year. The whole entire world. It was paused for a couple of weeks.
Months.
And months for some people. Total reboot all around the world. And funny to be able to know there's only a couple of weeks left before the end of the year. So we thought that it'll be a great idea. I know a lot of you are so tired of in lockdown in your own house that you want to make sure that you can go out and even if it's just going on a trip around the block continuously, that you just want to make sure you get out of the house, go and camp somewhere, just be somewhere that you can spend time with your family this festive season that's coming up. So giving some 101 tips on what products in our range are really going to be the products that you have to have with you to make sure it doesn't matter what problem you have while you're out of your house, on your road trip, at your holiday destination, that you can make sure that if anything comes up, that you have products to solve that problem.
Yeah, so firstly, we're going to start with a pre-inspection trip. So generally, the husband or whoever takes care of the family, he's so excited, and he needs to make sure his car or vehicle or whatever he's going to take with is prepared. So based on this, I know there's a lot of guys that are very finicky when it comes to tire pressures and checking engine oils and coolants, and those are the basic things that we recommend you just oversee or just check before you actually hit the road.
I'm laughing now because we are always involved with the 94.7 and a couple of other races. And then please don't, if you want to go on holiday or you want to go wherever this festive season, please don't be like a lot of people that take their bicycles off the rack for the first time in about a year. It still has spider webs on it. It's never seen any lubrication of any sort. And then get on it to go on this road trip. Like Shally said, it is important to have those checks done. Take your car for a pre-check. If something has been bothering you, if you see fuel consumption has been going up, if you see maybe that there's oil consumption, anything battling to start, have those things checked out before you go so that you can also have peace of mind that those things are in place, because we're going to help you with some other things that might come up in the trip.
So the worst thing for me is traveling to your holiday destination, and you've got this all excitement, what we're going to do, or we're going to travel, where we're going to go, but then along the way something happens to the car. And that is the worst case scenario. Like there's something I totally don't, I don't approve of that.
So let's make it easy. So there's going to be two parts to this 101 and getting your boat and your motorcycle and your car and everything ready for the festive season or for your road trip. But we're going to start the first part with everything from getting your car on the road in that section, heading to wherever, whether it's going to the dam, whether it's going to another holiday home, whether it's going to go camping somewhere, going to the coast. These are the products we recommend because we're going to go through a couple of scenarios that might happen once you leave here. So we have a huge range, and we have a range within the marine, motorcycle, bicycle, automotive, industrial, gun range, aero range. We want to make sure that you don't have to take an extra trailer for all your Liqui Moly products and kind of combine the products so that you know, okay, great, these are the 101s, these are the have-tos, and they will actually make sure that you take care of everything else. If you want to make sure you take enough of the food and your fishing rods and all the things for your jet ski and your bicycle along. And these are the products that we would recommend from a Liqui Moly point of view. So let's start.
Yeah, perfect. So I think the first thing, the key important thing is whenever you drive, there's always a flat tire somewhere. And eventually you get stuck along the side of the road and you've got no solution. So like we mentioned, we're going to focus on the core elements that is a preventative measure that you can take along in order to assist you with these tasks. So in our range, you'll see we have 3 different ones. This is the tire fix, a tire repair kit, and that is automotive or caravan use. But then we also have it packaged in different ranges, which is the motorcycle, even your mountain bike or your on-road cycle.
So the most important part is don't take just the bicycle one, but because you can see this is for a 29-inch bicycle tire. So if you want to make sure that you pack You have to choose which ones to pack. Then my recommendation will be either take then the automotive one and the small little bicycle tire fix. If you do have a bicycle, otherwise either the automotive one or the motorcycle will be enough to be able to make sure that you can repair a wheel if there's a little hole, if you've have gone through a screw or something, and then you can make sure you have that as a backup in your boot so that you can fill up the tire.
Yeah, so just a big note, if your tire is slashed or on the side wall there's a tear, this will not be able to repair that. So then you have to phone AA or whoever's going to assist you.
But with a small little hole that you're losing pressure, these products will make sure that it'll inflate and also seal.
Yeah.
So what's nice as well, and if I take a combination either of the automotive, if I'm going to have a lot of kids' bicycles with me, and I want to make sure, or I have my motorcycle and my kids' bicycles, then the suggestion would be to take the motorcycle and the small little bicycle. But even what I would also suggest, if you just have kids' bicycles, the bicycle tire fix comes with a little adjustment that you can actually take off.
So that actually goes on the valve.
So that you will be able to stick onto the valve of the automotive side, and you'll be able to fill up one of your small little valves for the bicycle. You'll be able to fill that up. And the same with putting it on the motorcycle. So if you have those small little thin valves that you have on your bicycle, if you just take this little small component with, you will be able to now make sure that this tire fix will be your backup for your car. So if you have, or your trailer, but also at the same time, if you haven't used it and you didn't have any problems with that, but you get to your destination and the kids' bicycles or the motorcycle's wheel is flat or has a little hole, then you can use this. And if they do have the bicycles with a small valve, you can just put this onto the valve. You'll be able to inflate and seal the small bicycles' tires as well. So recommendation is, just take this. If you don't want to take a whole bunch of products, take one of the tire fixes and make sure that you take the little valve with you so that you can also take care of the kids' bicycles if it needs to.
Yeah, so the ultimate trick is not to get the sealant onto you because it's quite sticky, and you can ask Mel, it's not the easiest thing to get rid of, but that is the purpose of it. It's a sealant, so it's a rubber solution that goes inside a tire to help with the damages.
So it's also very simple if you're not sure how to use it. My suggestion would be not to just pack it. On our Liqui Moly Advantage app, you can quickly scan the barcode. It'll tell you exactly on the technical data sheet how to use it. Make sure that you just shake it up. Should know where the tire is. I know friends of ours read on the bottle it says you have to drive with it immediately. So someone's running after the car to try and get the wheel fixed because it said you have to. They only read the instructions afterwards.
I'll get you there.
Yeah. So they were all jumping in the car like crazy to be able to make sure that at least the sealant in the tire can move around so that it can seal the hole. But it's also nice because it'll be able to inflate it. So if you do see you're losing pressure, if you have a vehicle that actually tells you that you're losing pressure on one of your tires, rather stop, quickly fill it up. So it gets to its normal pressure and then drive with it so that it can actually make sure that it can seal that hole. So the tire fix is a must-have.
Amazing product. So the next one we're going to quickly cover is coolant or radiator damage. So eventually now picture me, I'm driving Karoo and I see there's a problem with the core of the radiator and I'm losing fluid or coolant. Not even the plants have water. Where am I going to source water from? So that is a big yes in your travel kit. So this is, yeah,
So Shally is explaining, so now you're driving with your car, and then there's, I must actually turn it around so that it can spray you.
Yeah, now you can see.
Yeah, get Richard wet. So let's say this is your radiator system and it's now just losing water like crazy. Coolant is so important for your vehicle because it keeps the vehicle cold. So if you're going to get a small little hole because of little small rocks or whatever on the radiator and you're going to lose water, the temperature of the engine is going to start getting higher and higher. So the product that we recommend that you must have with you at all times, whether you're going to use it or not, it's better to have it than not to have it, is our radiator stop leak. Small little products, not going to take a lot of space. You can leave it in your car forever until you need it. But this is a product you have to always have with you. You just mentioned driving in the Karoo. I know if I go from Douglas all the way to Uppington, the only thing that's there is me, my thoughts, the car, and absolutely nobody around me.
And a heat wave.
Yeah. So if you're in a situation like that, I know there's a lot of things that people say, now put an egg in your radiator and that's going to seal it. But I mean, if you'll be driving, how are you going to have an egg with you in any way?
Yeah, have breakfast as well.
Yeah, and that's not things that you have to try and clean. So now, if you have this problem, this is going to be a little bit of a bad situation on your holiday and the excitement around it, don't fear, Liqui Moly is here. The radiator stop leak is such an easy product to use. You open your radiator, you make sure that you shake the bottle. Thank you, Shally. And so I'm going to illustrate to you how the radiator stop leak actually works. So this is not a radiator, so it's just to illustrate that if you have that happening and there's a small little holes in your radiator, what the radiator stop leak is actually going to be able to do. It has small little glitter particles inside, so when you pour the bottle, you can actually pour the whole bottle of radiator stop leak into your radiator. It is tested for everything, and we won't block any of your sensors. So I'm just going to shake it up to show to you how it works. So if I apply pressure to the bottle...
Yeah, see, that's amazing.
There's absolutely no... Now I can shake it again, so then you just get the water up, and it doesn't spray the water out anymore. Why? Those small little glitter particles need three things to work. So what is the pressure from the engine, the water's warming up, and then that the air from the outside because of the hole. So if those factors are present, it actually kind of melts that small little particle on that hole. So it's not something that only has a limited lifespan. So if you now have a hole in your radiator, you can only drive 50 kilometers or 200 kilometers. You don't have to worry about it. So it's going to keep that hole sealed so that you can drive and not worry about it at all. So such a nice a product to be able to make sure you have peace of mind. It's going to seal that hole, and you're not going to have a problem with your radiator fluid going missing.
And the most amazing thing about this product is you can use it preventatively. So even before you take a long trip, you can actually add it into the vehicle in the case that you develop a problem.
I would not do that. Shally recommends that, and a lot of you definitely can do that. But for you to really know how the product works, I want you to see the water spraying all over the show, put the radiator stop leak in, and then actually see it stop.
See the results,
you can see the results. Otherwise, you're never going to know you have a hole in your radiator. Yeah. So, but it is an awesome preventative product. But if you have it in your boot, you see the water going all over the show, just remember to send us that testimonial if we've saved your holiday. The radiator stop leak, another product to make sure you have in your boot.
Now, eventually on your trip, we are crossing the border, and maybe we're going to Mozambique or Botswana, and the closest fuel station is 600 kilometers ago. So you're not always sure on the quality of fuel that you're getting from that fuel station. So one of the amazing things that we also always recommend going on any trip is our fuel additives. So there's quite a big range of fuel additives we have. As we discussed in the previous shows, that the red ones are for diesel, and the blue ones are for petrol. Just make sure you look out for this before you go and purchase from the retailers. But the amazing thing about these products is it does not only lift the quality of the fuel that you're getting, but also help with the fuel consumption of the vehicle as well as the performance of the engine. So it doesn't work as hard if you're having a caravan or a boat or whatever you have that you're pulling with you on the holiday.
I think if I look at all the places that I've traveled, I mean, for those of you that watch Liqui race with Shally, and he travels in Botswana and Mozambique and Namibia, the one thing he always has with him is a Liqui Moly additive. So because the fuel quality you're never sure of. Some places you're just so glad that you can buy fuel. Sometimes you buy it in a 20-liter container and you have to sell your underwear and I don't know what for fuel. So if you get cases like that, the quality of the fuel is not going to be the best, and that I can promise you. So to make sure that there's no damage on your vehicle, always make sure that you have an additive that you can add to your fuel if you're not sure of the quality of the fuel that you are getting. So if you have a diesel vehicle, a normal vehicle, you will have the super diesel additive, fuel injection cleaner, which is then on your petrol side. And if you have a bakkie or an SUV, you'll be using our brand new bakkie range, the bakkie additive for petrol and the bakkie additive for your diesel bakkies. Or SUVs. So if you have a bottle like that with you, so that you can just make sure that your fueling system is protected, even if there was a little bit of water, sometimes they put paraffin in the fuel. But if that is the case, and you put that into your fuel tank, you're going to make sure there's no rust, cleaning of your fuel tank, and you'll be able to compensate for the bad fuel you might be getting.
Perfect. And as we mentioned previously, it says bakkie, but it's not specifically for bakkies. It is your bigger vehicles as well, like your SUVs and those kind of vehicles. So it's quite nice to use, and there's definitely a result that you can see from those additives. Such an amazing product to have.
Yeah, and I don't go anywhere without them, because I do know even in certain places in South Africa, you can even see on the fuel station, sure, okay, this is not one of your high-end fuel stations. So then I'm always a little bit suspicious and make sure that I add an additive so that I don't have to take the consequences of the bad fuel that might be in that system, but rather make sure that that my tank and my car is looked after. So the benefit for you as well, as Ms. Shally mentioned, is the fuel consumption, and also at the same time you're going to have the performance. And you need proper performance if you're on holiday, because you might be have a trailer, you have your boat, you have your motorbike, you have everything at the back. You want to make sure you're not going to be delayed with the performance of the vehicle that you're driving with.
Yeah, so one of the other heroes we have is called our Ceratec. We have reviewed it in one of the previous shows as well. And the nice thing is, eventually now I'm traveling to St. Lucia, and I've got a boat and a trailer and a caravan, and that engine is working extremely hard. One result you're going to see it is the temperature rise in the vehicle itself. So amazing product to have in the oil, so black cap oil additive. Such an amazing product to add, and it actually removes the heat from the engine as well. So if you have a thermal load on the engine, it will be able to remove that to ensure there's no damage is caused to the engine.
Yeah, so what's great about this Ceratec is it can take up to 1,400 degrees Celsius.
Sure.
Now, unless you have a Cougar, that's not going to happen. But that just shows you how well it's going to protect your vehicle. So a lot of guys that race, I know they put ceramic in their engines to be able to keep the temperature stable. So now you have that protection from the inside of the engine. Once it's mixed with oil, it can take it to 1,200 degrees Celsius. It does not get warm and cold with the oil. And what's great is if you have this product with you and you do see something is wrong with the engine is running a little bit warmer, by adding the Ceratec, you're going to have a little bit that peace of mind that you know that the engine is going to run cooler, and you have that protection if you're not 100% sure what is wrong with the engine.
Also, one thing is it's not only just for racing application. So if you have a little Ford Figo and you're very concerned with fuel consumption and Euro emissions, you can actually add this to your vehicle as well. So it's been approved, as Mel mentioned.
Yeah, so anything, even if you get to your holiday home and there's a generator because for some reason there's load shedding again and it's making a big noise that the neighbors are complaining, add a little bit of the Ceratec into the engine, and you'll hear that grrrr. It's going to go a little bit smoother, so the neighbors are not going to complain. So it's going to help with that as well. So the additives to have, so you don't have to have the whole bundle. If you have a petrol car, make sure you have a petrol additive with you. If you have your motorbike, if you have your jet ski, and there's a lot of additives that can go with that, but we are focusing on the ones that you should have with you to make sure that your road trip and you don't get stuck along the road because of bad fuel or an engine that's running at a higher operating temperature than normal. All right, so the next thing, I don't know about you, Shally, but I have, for me, if anything squeaks in the car or on the outside of the car or on my bicycle or on anything that I have, it drives me nuts.
Extremely, yeah.
So if you, I know some of us have cracks and stuff on our knees and our shoulders and whatever, but the things that we can control are the things on our vehicles. And if you do pull away and you see, oh my goodness, I hear that something on the trailer is squeaking, somewhere where the jet ski is, somewhere where the boat is, my motorcycle, somewhere something has been rusted or quite dry and I can hear it squeaking wherever we go. Don't fear, once again, Liqui Moly is here. If you have this product with you, the LM40, we had in the previous, in episode number 13, we covered about 40 to 45 uses of the LM40. It has over 2,000 uses. So you have this product with you. If you have, by chance, someone's lipstick on your clothing that should not be there, you can take it off. If your kids made some marks on the tiles of the holiday home you're going to be at, you can take that off. So go watch that episode. It'll show you all the different things that you can use the LM40 for. But it's great to take the squeaks out. And we always show it every single time. The LM40 is so strong when it comes to protecting against water that the dispersion, the normal dispersion that will dissolve. If you spray it a little bit with the LM40, I know I normally make a proper mess here. When you spray it with LM40, it protects a dispersion in such a good way that it actually does not dissolve. So I just want to quickly show you, for those of you that haven't watched any of our other episodes, this is the only one because you want to go on holiday. So we've added the dispersion into the water. Normal dispersion, it's not a superhero dispersion. And you'll see with LM40 protecting it, it does not dissolve. And it's not a super dispersion. I can quickly show that as well. Taking a normal dispersion out of the same packet.
Yeah, so we package oils in that, not pharmaceuticals.
So there's the dispersion that's protected with LM40, and there's the dispersion that's not. So you see the difference? The one immediately starts to dissolve. The other one is just lying around not knowing what it's supposed to do. So even a discipline is taking out of his position with LM40. So the LM40, you can really, that squeak that you have on the trailer, maybe in the car at the back of the clutch, there's a little spring that's making a noise. If you have something that got wet, maybe the engine got wet, you can spray that because it's also going to displace the water. Squeaking, rust, if you battle to get something loose, if you have now tied the trailer or the caravan to the car, but you've used all your muscle power, and you're really battling to get it loose, spray a little bit of the LM40. That'll also help to make it, to loosen it up. So there are so many different uses. So make sure you have the LM40 with you, because you can make sure that you spray it on your bicycle, you have it on your jet ski, you have it on your boat. Maybe some of the battery points or whatever got wet on your jet ski or on your motorcycle. You can use that to be able to make sure that you can displace the water. If you get your new holiday home or wherever, you're putting your tent up and you see while you're battling some of the pipes are rusted, you can spray the LM40. So we've also heard that it keeps flies away from cows. So if you do have your 2 milk machines that go with you on holiday.
And you got the car at the back.
We would that do. So some people have told us that it keeps flies away from cows, but please try it. If you see it works, then please let us know. But with all the other uses, make sure that you have the LM40 with you. Okay, so LM40, all the squeaks, the rust, the noises, so many different things that you can use it for. But I've been in a situation where there's been really bad rains on the road, and there was a detour because one road got totally flooded away, and with the wipers, actually all the water in the water bottle was used up, and there was a lot of sand and dirt and things on the windscreen. And if you can't see so well, you don't feel comfortable with your whole family in your car. So visibility, to be able to make sure that you can drive and have your family get safe to wherever you are going, a really great product that will help you in cases like you're running out of water out of your water bottle, or there's a lot of real bad dirt that has contaminated the windscreen, or you have gone through some fly insect squad or a plague or something. You've got 7,000 muggies and things on your windscreen. Whatever it might be, if you want to make sure that your visibility is cleared up, we always recommend that you have the window foam cleaner.
Yeah, and if you talk about visibility, we're not talking about drinking and driving, because there's nothing we can do about it. So try and reduce it during the festive season. But this is such an amazing product to be help with that. I know a lot of times I go to the coast, and eventually you get to a guy that wants to wash your windscreen. But because of all the sea salt and the spray from the ocean, it's a mess. Like you just can't clean it, even if the guys try. So such an amazing product to have for that, just to make sure you can remove some of that grease and grime that was developed from that. And
it doesn't leave any streaks, so you really just try it even now before you go on holiday, or you drive somewhere and you have all of that contamination with everything that's in the air. Just spray a little bit on it, see how easily all the insects and all the dirt comes off. Leaves no streak, easy for you to see through. So a really nice backup product to be able to make sure all the visibility for you to be able to see what's going on in the road is taken care of. Awesome. So now we have a dirty window, we've got the tires fixed, it's squeaking in the car. Then the other part that's in the vehicle is the family. So, and it is how long do we still have to drive? I'm hungry, I have to go to the bathroom. When are we there yet? All of these things are happening, and normally we tend to want to give them stuff so that they can just please keep quiet. So, and then we have chocolates, and then they fall asleep with it, and it's on the seats.
Cheese curls and everything.
All these different smells, and there's a little bit of Coke everywhere, and it's in the air, and it's bubble gum that's gone everywhere. So I think some of you could probably relate to that whole situation. So if that is the case, products that we recommend that you must have also in the car, because you can quickly take care of the mess and not worry about the kids making the mess, is our upholstery foam cleaner and the Super K. So you would see that I'm putting 2 products here on the table. The one is the upholstery foam cleaner, which is in our car care range, and the other one is our helmet cleaner that's in the motorbike range. And the reason why I have both is you're going with your bicycle or your motorbike and your bicycle, and you're going to a home and you're in the car. So to help you to not have to have all of these products, if you have the helmet cleaner, then take that along. If you have the upholstery cleaner, take that along. So you don't have to take both. Both are dry foam cleaners. So the helmet cleaner has a little bit of a stronger, nice smell, because it has been designed to spray inside your helmet. and remove all that really bad, if you have of the sweat smell. So we've over the weekend had a cycling event, and everybody was using it to spray their shoes and their helmets. And it is such a lovely product to do that. But you can clean everything. So you can clean your bicycle helmet. You can clean your motorcycle helmet. You can clean your bicycle shoes. You can clean your motorcycle shoes. You can clean the kids' noses, their faces. You can spray if they've touched on the roof. And, Mommy, Daddy, look. Then in their hands were still full of chocolate when they wanted you to look. Then all of those things you can spray. It's not going to damage your roof material. You can on the seats as well. If it's made of material, you have a cover on there. You can spray it on the carpets in the car. So it's a dry foam cleaner. So we'll see on both sides. Shally, can you spray a little bit of the universal cleaner? Oh, yeah, no spray me. So you'll see they have a different smell. But they both are dry foam cleaners, so doesn't matter which one you take. You can decide which one you prefer, but this is a great product to quickly clean up that mess that is happening in the car, so that you can know you're not worried about the roof with all its hands and all the seats and all the material. And then if you get to the holiday home, that's still going to have an inspection before you leave, and the kids have jumped over all the couches and the beds. Just quickly spray them with a upholstery foam cleaner, leave them for a little while. It's not going to make it wet, and it's going to take all that dirt, and you can just take a nice dry cloth and wipe all the dirt off.
Cool. So one of the other suggestions we have is a Super K cleaner, and that is our Liqui Moly here that I absolutely love. This product is you can just about use anywhere. So especially not only cleaning shoes and cleaning the car, but a lot of times when you drive, there's always a Coke mess, or there's something happening inside the car that irritates me so much because you won't be able to clean it. You're going on holiday, so eventually you're able to clean it when you get there or in between. And this is really, really amazing product. Actually, the weekend with the Sabi experience, some of the guys were so amazed at how easily it cleans years of dirt on a white saddle. They were so amazed. Like, where does the product come from? We never heard about this. So just about anything. This is an all-purpose cleaner.
So your shoes, you're going to go for walks, and your shoes are dirty. That stickiness that you have in the car for a Coke that's dripping on the side, or the kids taking out the straw before all the cool drink is run out, the sticky hands, all of those things on the dashboard. You can take a wet cloth and you can try and clean it all off, but it's still going to be sticky. So it is so impressive to see if you spray it on something sticky and you just take a cloth and you clean it off, how it removes all of that stickiness. So for shoes, it's going to take, if they find Cokies in the holiday home, and they try to make a whole map on all the walls, you'll be able to clean that off as well. So there's so many different surfaces that this product can clean. So have it close by in the car. You can clean their hands. You can clean their all the different surfaces in the car, all the plastic units, all the parts where the cups and food can go into, so that you can make sure that is nice and clean, and you have that additional peace of mind.
And especially if you go to a holiday home and you're not sure, or the counters look a little bit roughy, you actually have that with you just to make sure peace of mind before you start cooking.
I don't know who's ever been in that situation. Yeah, so just that additional. I know Norma here also loves to use the Super K to clean all the surfaces on the tables. She doesn't use any Mr. Min or anything else because that still leaves a residue behind. The Super K takes everything off. So really, really a stunning product to make sure that you get all that nasty stains off. So hands, if anything that we've now discussed, if you have holes in your radiator, if you have to clean all the chocolates and the Coca-Cola and whatever in the car, if you have to change the wheel, if you have to now try and find the squeak, all of these things are going to dirty your hands. So a product that's also great to have in your car at all times is going to be our hand wash paste. It's 500 ml, seals quite nicely, so it's not going to spray out or anything like that. What's nice is you can use it wet or dry, so if you don't have any water close by, you can just rub it on your hands, keep on rubbing, and make sure that you can wipe that dusty, the dry residue off. Also great if you see the kids maybe now have some of the hot dog grease went onto their clothing, just rub a little bit into their clothing, so when you wash it, there's not going to be any grease stains. So a really nice product. If you forgot your body wash at home. I don't know if you've seen the video of Armand on our DIY page, the previous Mr. South Africa. He uses our hand wash paste as a body wash because it is a really nice, very soft texture in it. It's got a really nice smell, and it's going to remove all the dirt from your body. So you can use it whichever way, but really nice to make sure that you've got clean hands, takes off all the grease and everything that's really normally quite a battle to get off. And you can use this 700, 800, 1,000 times a day, and it's not going to damage your hands. Dermatologically tested, safe for you, and you're going to feel it's going to leave a really nice protection layer on your hands.
Cool. So from all these products, once you've selected your shopping list and know exactly which ones are going to apply to you and that you would like to take with, we actually have a packing bag. So that is a little bag that is developed for all the goodies to go on a holiday as well. And such a nice thing because it's got the Velcro at the back, so it can stick to your boot wherever you want it, and it's out of the way. Like this packing space is always a problem. So this just makes it so much easier just to have all your goodies in there as your travel bag. So such an amazing lovely.
So I know this is a small packet. We've just gone through a lot of products. So squeeze them in here. Now you're going to need more than one. I do that. I have one bag that's got all the cleaners, another one that's got all the tire fixes and stuff in it. So really nice. It zips open, and I can put in my tire fix. I can put in my upholstery foam cleaner. I can put in my Super K cleaner. Make sure that I can zip it all up and stick it in my boot on the side so that it can stay upright. So if you have a couple, it's nice and neat, it's not lying all over, and you know that that's something that you can keep in your car for any time, because it doesn't matter where you're going. Maybe if it's just a weekend away, maybe it is on a long road trip, then you always know you've got these products in your car. So if any of those emergencies should arise, you have the products to take care of them. Really nice package. You can find it also on our online shop. Philia will also put the link on there as well, that you can see all the products that we've just mentioned, but also you'll be able to see this really nice travel bag. A lot of the times they put the 1 liter top-up oils as well into these small little bags so that someone is really prepared in their vehicle when they are going on to a trip. Okay, so bag to put it all in, and our biggest 101, doesn't matter for your boat, for your bicycle, for your caravan, for your trailer, for your car, doesn't matter what. Preparation, prevention is better than cure. Make sure that you go through all those checks in your vehicle, and then make sure you have these products in your boot, because it's better to have them and not have to use them than needing them and not having them. So I know I was on a trip before where I had a little small hole in my radiator. I did not have the radiator stop leak. If I had it, it would have saved so much trouble. So I now make sure that I always have, that's one of the things that gets packed first, is the checklist, to be able to make sure bad fuel, radiator, cleaning, all the things that I know, doesn't matter in my car or where I'm going, to be able to make sure I have a really nice holiday, a really nice road trip, and doesn't matter what gets thrown our way, we are prepared.
And especially now with the festive season, the most important aspect for us is safety. So please do your pre-inspections and just make sure whatever we can assist you with, we'll be there to help you.
Yeah, so we are excited for the festive season. We want to make sure that when you are going to go on holiday, that you are prepared. So if you have any questions, if there's something else that might have happened before and you were not 100% sure what product to use for that to be prepared in the future, please let us know. Put it in the comment section, because in episode 2, that'll be on the 2nd of December, we will also cover a couple of other products that now at your holiday destination, whether you are camping with your boat, with your motorcycle, with your bicycle, or you're at a holiday home that's close to the beach, and there's a couple of things that are breaking or not that are not clean, that we can show you what products to just include into that package to be able to make sure as well you can have an absolute wonderful holiday at your destination, because you've just made sure of a couple of products that if there were some hiccups that you can fix yourself.
Awesome, and just to thank all our spectators as well, the 15th show, so we'll be having 16 this year, so looking forward to see you on the next show.
Spectators, it feels like we're sitting on
all
around
the viewers.
The field, yeah.
All the viewers.
So viewers, spectators. Thank you so much, everyone, and we are going to have, on the 3rd of December, we have a Liqui Moly Superhero Academy. If there's any of those that you want to be, our family normally wants to get involved, help with other toys, or just being there on the day to play around with the kids. If you do want to join us on that day, please just send us an email. There's so many places that you can get in contact with us on our website, or even on our online site, or on our app. So if you want to get involved in any possible way, please let us know. And please have an absolutely wonderful rest of your November. Very few days left for this year. And if there's anything that we can help you with, please give us a shout.
Cheers, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Keep well.
Bye.